Hey, it's Dr. Tart. Welcome to another edition of Heart to Heart with Dr. Tart. I'm excited to see y'all today. Today, we're going to be talking about three mistakes that are sabotaging your love life. I know y'all say, you know what, Doc, you always are doing stuff for married folks. Do some stuff for single people so that you can get in committed relationships and get married. So that's what I'm doing today. But let's just keep it real. Make sure y'all liking and subscribing this so that you can see more of this. But let's get real. All right. It says in the Bible, it says, whoever does not love does not know God because God is love. Right. But I'm gonna be honest, we read that scripture, but we say we cannot know love while we're in a single state because we haven't found someone that's worthy of our love or someone that we love back. Being single is very difficult, especially when if you get to a point where you no longer want to be single. It's cool when you have fun. It's cool when you're dating. It's cool when you don't have any expectations or you can rely on timing. But I'll be honest, the time that I was single, I wanted to be married and I wanted to be married right then and there. All right. So I want to give you some tips today because I find that, love is already difficult. All right. But I found that there are things that we can do to sabotage our love lives. And I want you to avoid these at all cost. At all cost. Are we cool exploring the three things that absolutely will sabotage our love life? All right. So number one, waiting your turn. Yeah, waiting your turn. All right. So being single when you don't want to be is hard, very hard. I remember when I graduated from the University of Michigan, I came back to Atlanta. I wanted to be in a committed relationship. As soon as I got my house, I felt like as soon as I get a job, a house, I want to date and I want to date someone exclusively. I was not interested. I had had fun in LA, y'all. I lived in LA. I lived in Michigan. I lived in DC. And during those times, I dated. And I had girlfriends during the time, but I also had times where I was somewhat single, meaning like in between relationships. And I enjoyed that time until I didn't. And then I realized I really enjoy being in a committed relationship. And so it's very tempting to question God's timing because when I came to Atlanta, I felt like I was going to find a wife immediately. And I know this is a news flash to you ladies. It is not easy for men either. It's somewhat easy to find a girlfriend, even though it's not easy. Very easy to find a date, someone you can have fun with and a good time and dinner. But a wife, I mean, someone that God has told you this is her, this is that person I want you to spend life with and hopefully be able to produce children with. That is extremely stressful. And it was an anxious period. And I did everything I could to look for a wife. I absolutely did. And so you just cannot afford to waste your time and damage your self-worth when it comes to dating. So the reason I said that is sometimes we're tempted to settle. Right. This is something that men tend to not do, and some women do. Men will stay single until they're 50, 55, 60, in extreme cases, if they don't find someone they want to share their life with. Because contrary to popular belief, men are looking for a friend. They're looking for someone who has awesome wife qualities. And I mean, like, they wake up every day like, I can't believe this is my wife. She's so kind. She's nice. She's ambitious. She's strong. She's assertive, yet able to care for me and my kids and maybe even my parents. Man, she just has that mix. You know how difficult that is to find. And we do life together and we agree on most things, and the things we don't agree on, we're able to accommodate and make adjustments for one another. It's very difficult to find for us as men. So make sure that you're not tempted to enter into relationships just because the biological clock is ticking, or you've gotten to a point where you're just tired of the single season. It's important. Don't settle, because just keep looking, increase your activity, be more social, get online, try apps like Bumble, take dating courses, get yourself ready, and then present yourself worthy. Present the best version of you. I was very active, all right, and Mecca was very active in looking for me. We were looking for one another because it became the main thing that I wanted was to find someone to get married to. It wasn't work, it wasn't money, it wasn't working out in the gym. It was finding a wife became the number one priority each week because that was the intention. I don't know if y'all ever heard me say that before, but it is real. That is how men feel. Men may take a long time to get married, but when they want to get married, we want to get married tomorrow. All right. So wait your turn. All right. Problem number one. All right. You don't observe a person's actions, that a person's actions match their words. Okay. All right. So first thing is that when you are dating someone, you are observing them. Before you catch feelings, you want to make sure, is this person real? Like in the first conversations, are they considerate? Do they, when they call, when they said they're gonna call, do they call? When you're talking, do they interrupt and over talk you? When you have your first slight disagreement, it might be over what to eat or where to go or what constitutes a date. How do they respond? Are they loving? Are they kind? Are they accommodating? Are they narcissistic? Are they entitled? When y'all go on a date and they say they're looking to settle down, but the whole time they're on their phone, right? They're looking at their phone or they seem disinterested. There was an article that came out. I can't remember the term, but it was something about women going on dates just for dinner, right? And they were joking about it, but they call it a food date, a foodie, something like that. But anyway, I didn't find it funny because there are a lot of men who've dealt with that. Now, it's one thing to go to dinner and it doesn't work out. That's fine. All right. But to know you're not interested in someone and to go to dinner anyway is disingenuous and not a characteristic of a husband or a wife. Same thing when it comes to men and intimacy. If you're inviting a lady on a date and y'all become intimate and you have no intentions of marrying her or being exclusive with her or giving her a chance, that's disingenuous, right? And I get it. You can say, well, they're going to go for the intimacy. I'm going to go for the meal. I'd say neither if we're looking for a husband or a wife. So watch how people move. Don't listen to a thing they say. Watch how they move before you get your feelings invested. That is very important. I think that right. I could just end right there. All right. But number two, let me give you three. You focus on potential, not the present in front of your own eyes. And I know this is going to be yeah, this is going to be a little bit. This is going to be a little bit confrontational. All right, you may not agree. It's going to be controversial. So listen, who they are, it's who they are. Right now, if someone's failed in previous relationships over and over and over and over again for the same reason, you need to ask what they've done from the previous relationship that would make them better for you. So if they've never been loyal or they haven't been able to make a relationship work for more than 3 months, right? And they're 38 years old, you need to have some questions, right? As to what's going on. Either they're picking badly or they are not good in relationships. And a lot of times, I know you look at someone, fellas, you might look and say, shit, man, she's amazing. She looks good. She's smart. She's a go-getter, and all those things are important. But is she friendly? Is she kind? Is she nice? In an argument, is she calm? Is she able to speak her piece and also let it go at the same time? Like, look at how good they are at a relationship, not just the stats. And same thing for men. All right, you talk about he's tall, dark, and handsome, or tall, light-skinned, and handsome, or he's well built, or he has a lot of money, or he's has a lot of charisma. I mean, those are all great things, right? But is he a good man? Right? This is the essence of a man. Will he make a good husband? Money has nothing to do with that. Yes, needs to be able to provide and be responsible himself. Yes. All right. But is he a friend? Like, can he support your dreams without getting jealous? I mean, if your girlfriends come over, is he the kind of person that's going to be hospitable? Or is he going to be the kind of person that can go out to dinner with your family and they like him because he's a likable person? Is he going to volunteer community service? Is he going to be a family man, or will he be someone that is so obsessed with business he's never home? When we start talking about relationships, right? You want your spouse, your next spouse, to be good at relationships, not just look good on paper. Like, are they good at conversing? Are they good at apologizing? Right? Are they good at being 50-50 on things that you like to do too, or is the relationship all about them? I mean, don't focus on, and I get it. I get it. There are going to be times in which someone can grow. Absolutely. But they should grow while they're dating you. So someone it meets you and you challenge them to be more ambitious and they go to school and they start working on their business, or they start working on their health, or they start working on whatever it is. All right, that's a person that's growth oriented, right? With inspiration, they're gonna and with being challenged, they're gonna go to the next level. If you see that in front of your face, all right, that's a keeper. But someone that talks about I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do this, and they never do it, that person's not gonna change because they're addicted to procrastination. And then number three, you don't express your needs or boundaries up front are well enough. That's important. It's important that you say upfront, and this is typically women from my experience as a psychologist, is that I get it. You want to be nice, you want to be accommodating, and those are qualities of a phenomenal wife. But you don't want to be too accommodating to where all the relationship is you trying to make the guy happy, right? Men actually like a challenge. You know, when you hear men talk about how they met their wives, don't you often hear them give like chase stories? Like, first she wasn't interested in me, and then I had to do this, then I had to do this. So she was dating another guy, and I had to wait my turn. And then when I finally got an opportunity, I went for it. They like a woman who's sure of what she wants, right? I'm reminded of Marjorie Harvey dating Steve Harvey. And at first, he didn't want to get married. And one day she just woke up and said, Steve, you kept it real with me. You said you didn't want to get married, but I just cannot see myself. I can't see myself not being a wife. So I have to go find someone who's interested in that. I love you. I wish we could be together, but I'm going to honor what you said, but it does not honor what I want. And Steve changed his mind because he'd be a fool to let someone that he cared about, who's able to be a great friend to him, and look at him now, travel the world, unify his family, upgrade his brand, be a fashion icon. He went for those big old suits. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying, right? And Marjorie's able to do the things because of Steve. I mean, they came together. Now that's a celebrity couple, but it's one we all know is able to accommodate towards one another, because that's the goal, is for the relationship to be 50% you and 50% them. And then you come together and figure out what the two of you are going to do. All right. So that's just three things I think that you're sabotaging. Now, for those of you that want to deep dive, you want a whole masterclass in the ring formula because you are serious about dating, you are serious about going to the next level, just check out ringformula.com. It's only for women. My wife and I co-teach this class. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful masterclass. Go ahead and check it out. And yeah, subscribe to this video if you like it. And just remember, love takes work. Now, a lot of times we have this spirit of delay or procrastination, but I'm a firm believer that if God tells you to be still, be still. But there are a lot of times where God is not telling us to be still. I don't think I would have met Mecca if I was not obedient and not active. And I don't think that she would have been able to meet me if she was not obedient and active. Now, both of us had silent seasons. I'm gonna be honest. Where he told me just to chill, stop looking for her. I'm gonna present her. But once he presented her to me, like once I got an email from her for business, all right. Once I got a Facebook message saying that she wanted to discuss some business, it was all pleasure for me. The business of marriage. And so I wanted to be active. I had to get ready myself, and I was active. So my plea to you is to be active. Be active. Keep God first, but also be active. I believe like God is down the street waiting on us to do so many things, not only relationships, but business wise, health wise, spend more time with loved ones. I think he's down there with the vision that he's given us, especially in modern day time. I think he's down the street. And because we can't see him, we're waiting just to see him. But that's not faith. We have to walk knowing that feeling that God is giving you and say, hey, this is your season. This is when I want you to be more social. Yeah, I know you may not like internet dating. You may not like social media, but 1 in 5 modern marriages meet online. I didn't say date exclusively, but you just meet, right? And then you have the first date. And then some of you need to network. It's going to be organic. You prefer natural environments. But what you can't be is not online and not be social. You're not going to meet anyone that way. And if you're organically social, or you're intentional using social media dating apps to find someone, because men love dating apps. Let's be honest, it's easy. Because where are men going to go to meet you? That's a man's dilemma. All right. But there are men out there that are social. You can go to all the different social events, do it now, but also they're going to be more online and you can pick and choose. So I hope that helps. Avoid those three things that sabotage your relationship so that you can go after what God has for you. If he has a husband and wife for you, We don't want to give that away because we didn't work hard enough to go get it and present yourself to someone who really wants to meet you. All right. Take care and God bless.